Welcome to the 18th annual Dayton Heart Ball. The theme tonight is Ignite the Magic. I am Marcia Baumhart from WDTN, Dayton CW, your MC for the evening. Thank you so much again for coming. It's a very exciting evening, celebrating the life-saving advancements made possible by your support of the American Heart Association. Right now, I'd like to introduce Ed Siren, PhD, the board chair of the Miami Valley Division of the American Heart Association and Director of Quality Innovation, Regulation, and Accreditation at Miami Valley Hospital. Dr. Siren?
Marcia, thank you. Good evening. Thank you for joining us tonight for this very important fundraising event. I'm Ed Siren. I have the privilege of being the chairman of the Dayton chapter. Thank you, John. The Dayton chapter of the American Heart Association. For the next few moments, I have the privilege of recognizing the contributions of the American Heart Association, recognizing the members of the board who contribute so much, and most importantly, introducing the chairpersons for the 2013 Heart Ball. But before I do, I'm going to make the staff nervous by going off the script and acknowledge three groups of people that I think need to be acknowledged tonight. First of all, I want to acknowledge Kelly Dixon and the entire staff of the AHA group here in the Dayton area for all the hard work they do every year. Over the last 9 years, I've watched them evolve, adapt to a tough economy, and meet every challenge. So would all the folks in the AHA Heart group please stand up or raise your hand. The next group of individuals I'd like to acknowledge are all the volunteers who make this event happen tonight. So if you're one of the volunteers who did a lot of work to make this room look beautiful and set up all the exhibits, would you please raise your hand? And my last acknowledgement and recognition is probably a little bit biased at this point in time. But tonight we have two young sixth graders from Incarnation School who are probably the prettiest girls at Incarnation, Peyton Harris and my daughter Aubrey Siren. Please stand up. I'm recognizing them because later on tonight you'll learn a lot about Peyton Harris and her family and their fantastic story that I think will be a real tearjerker. Did you know, my script is falling down here, be careful, that research remains the most common attempt to reduce the causes of heart disease, and research is the important product. Research has resulted in the first artificial heart, techniques and standards for CPR, implantable pacemakers, and cholesterol-inhibiting drugs. Let me take a moment to put it in perspective. Today, your chances of dying of a heart attack are much less likely than they were just 15 years ago. Due in great part to the research funds that are collected by the American Heart Association. The AHA is the second largest supporter of research in this country, second only to the federal government. Since 1949, AHA has accounted for $3.4 billion of contributions to research to remediate heart disease and stroke. Tonight is all about celebrating this progress, these achievements, and those thousands of lives saved by this research. We want to celebrate the leadership, generosity, and commitment displayed by each of you who are here tonight. It takes more than one person to fight heart disease, and I'd like to take this time to recognize and thank the members of the Dayton Valley Division of the American Heart Association and their spouses for all the time they give to this organization. Would all the board members and their spouses please stand up and be recognized? For those who know me, these are the folks that keep me out of trouble. Thank you for your dedication in giving us time, treasure, and talent. And now it's my privilege to introduce the 2013 Heart Ball chairpersons who have given for the past year their heart, soul, and probably some blood, sweat, and tears, John and Jane Moyer.
I will. Good evening. My wife, Jane, there at the table. She's not up here with me, but I'll say everything that she would like to say. So we are honored here to be the chairs of this wonderful event, and thank you for joining us. We are here because we share a common goal, building healthier lives here in Dayton. Healthier lives are in our family, our friends, and for ourselves. Good health means longer lives and more time to spend with our loved ones. We often learn too late, and time is precious. It is truly a gift that we owe to our loved ones and our community to be healthy. Tonight we celebrate the 18th anniversary of the Dayton Heart Ball, and its success year after year is largely due to the widespread community effort made possible by generous volunteers, donors, and corporate sponsors. We would like to start this evening out by thanking those who have supported the American Heart Association cause most passionately. It's as simple as this: your generosity is saving lives. First, we would like to thank the signature sponsor of the Heart Ball, Premier Health Partners, for being the pillar in the community and supporting the mission of the American Heart Association. We would also like to thank CompuNet Laboratories, Hospice of Dayton, Premier Health Net, River Valley Credit Union, Shook Construction. Thank you very much. Thank you to our Golden Heart sponsors, Dayton Power and Light, Premier Health Specialist, and Uptime Solutions. And thank you for all the table sponsors who have stepped up to make the campaign a citywide initiative, reaching across all industries. Heart disease is bigger than any one company, and we applaud all of our sponsors for working together and just for supporting and trying to find a cure. Thank you. We greatly appreciate and say thank you to the media sponsors, Light 94.5, Reach USA, WDTN TV, and WDPT TV. Thank you very much again. And now I'd like to introduce to you the executive leadership team who helped to make the event a success. Please stand and be recognized. Is there anybody here from the leadership team? I was going to say that's pretty bad when the leadership team didn't even make it, but thank you. Volunteers are the cornerstone to the American Heart Association. This event would not be possible without all the dedicated committee members. And as you see, these are the dedicated committee members. We would also like to say thank you to the Heart Ball committee members who helped to make this evening possible. There's a special group of donors who we would like to recognize, the Heart Society Leadership Circle. This is an elite group of donors who have committed personally and financially to the fight against heart disease and stroke. Will you please stand? Thank you again. We would also like to thank you to all the individual donors that made a pre-committed donation. They are listed in the program book and are igniting the room with their flashing wine glasses, if you wondered what those were about. And you can get those too next year. So start thinking about how much you want to donate so you can get a wine glass. Before we turn it over to our host for the evening, I would like to personally thank Sybil Martin for all of her help with me and for me, working hard, trying to keep me on the straight and narrow to make this a success. Without her, this event would not be a success because she is the driving force behind it. So thank you, Sybil. Sybil right here. There's one more group that we want to recognize, and I wish I knew all of your names and could have you stand and take the applaud, but I don't. But we want to recognize you. Everybody here tonight for supporting the auction, supporting everything that we need, and being an advocate of cardio health. We really appreciate it, and thank you very much.
Thank you once again to the Moyers. John and Jane, thank you so much for your support. And John, I would like to second that celebration of Sybil Martin. Absolutely, personally, from Sybil, from me to Sybil. And I hope that this year, that through your support, you can make Sybil jump up and down with happiness as she did last year. So we'll see. We're going to make sure she's smiling, has a huge smile, and that she's very happy again tonight. So we like seeing Sybil happy, that's for sure. Tonight, again, we are celebrating the American Heart Association and the impact that it has had on our lives and on this community. There's some wonderful people in this community with dedication to cardiovascular health. One such person, whom we all know, is Dr. Benjamin Schuster. The American Heart Association would like to offer a tribute this evening to a pioneer in heart health. Please welcome Mike Brindle, board member of the Miami Valley Division of the American Heart Association and Vice President of Cardiac and Neurosciences Service Lines at Kettering Medical Center.
Thank you, Marcia. It is a high honor to be before you tonight and pay tribute to Benjamin Schuster. On behalf of the Schuster family, colleagues, friends, and the American Heart Association, we will reflect, albeit a brief time, on a lifetime of care and education and compassion. I don't know if you know that Ben Schuster grew up in a small orphanage in Wisconsin. He was a two-sport athlete in baseball and tennis, and a young debonair physician that was entranced by a lovely maiden named Miriam in Cincinnati. He became the father of 3 highly successful daughters. Ben Schuster was truly a pioneer in cardiovascular medicine in the greater Dayton area. After serving a fellowship in the National Heart Institute, he moved to Dayton in 1957, where he became a guiding force in heart care for more than half of a century. Dr. Schuster has been at the forefront of cardiovascular care as a founder of the heart cath labs at both Good Samaritan Hospital and Kettering Medical Center. The hallmarks of Dr. Schuster's life were his devotion to patients, education, and the arts. He always made an impression on his patients with his confident approach, his gentle and caring manner, and a stray extra word or two. It was a challenge to understand some of the unique words that Ben would find. Numerous patients came by the Schuster Heart Hospital to convey their appreciation, as well as to reminisce about their experiences. A patient from 1976 actually stopped by and offered to take Ben out to dinner, of which Ben graciously said, "Yes, I'll go eat anywhere." And they went to a place north of Troy and reminisced about the care more than 40 years ago. Ben was a very humble person, and he was honored with various awards for his dedication to cardiology, including the Richard A. DeWall Award from the Miami Valley Division of the American Heart Association. At his roots, though, he was an educator. He was constantly looking for ways to spread knowledge to his fellow physicians. And over the last 13 years, he led the Cardiac Colloquium, demonstrating his commitment to sharing both local expertise and bringing national physician experts. We believe that it elevated the care of our physicians, staff, and ultimately improved the outcome of our patients. Dr. Schuster and his wife, Marion, were passionate supporters of medicine and the arts in the Dayton community, and we see that living testimony today down at the Schuster Performing Arts Center. Dr. Schuster was a past recipient of the Distinguished Service Medal from American Heart, as well as a 2-time president of the local division here. Ben served on the board of directors for the American Heart Association for many years, and of course offering his words of wisdom and encouragement. Ben Schuster, MD, was certainly a great physician, a great educator, a renowned philanthropist, a motivator, a friend, and he is truly missed. Ben passed away in August of 2012. So on behalf of those who worked with Ben, who experienced his life, threw a tennis ball in the air, or received his exemplary care, I am grateful to be able to have this tribute to Ben. So please take a moment and join with me. A tribute to our friend, our colleague, our American Heart supporter, Dr. Benjamin Schuster. Thank you.
Dr. Schuster certainly left a great legacy here. I had the opportunity, the golden opportunity on many occasions to interview him, and not only was he kind, gentle, and caring with his patients, but he was kind, gentle, and caring with just about everybody. And he certainly is missed in this community, but the difference that he has made certainly is felt. There are some great silent auction items. I'm not sure if all of you had the opportunity to take a look at them. Feel free to continue your bidding during dinner, and we're heading towards dinner, by the way. The auction tables will close in phases beginning at 7:50, and we're probably pretty close at this point if we have not already gotten there. The bidder boards will remain open until the end of the live auction, and you will get a last call for bidding so that you don't miss a chance to win some of these great items. And just take a look at what's lining the windows along here. So for now, we're going to thank you again for coming, and enjoy your gourmet meal and a dance performance by Bella Rosa Dance Academy in honor of Open Your Heart, Reach Out for Children. Dinner will be served. We'll be back soon. Now, there is a very special item, and it is one that the American Heart Association wants everyone to bid on tonight. We'd like you to bid on the mission. This is the mission that you're bidding on, the mission of the American Heart Association. You'll get a chance to watch this video and think how you are affected by the American Heart Association every day, and how this family that you will meet has been touched by the American Heart Association. Your attention to the screen, please.
Hi, my name is Madison. I would like you to meet my sister Peyton. She was born with a rare congenital heart disease called Epstein's anomaly. That means her little heart was deformed.
She had the most severe form of the anomaly, and once it was diagnosed, she was then transferred down to Cincinnati Children's Hospital for further evaluation and treatment. And fortunately, she improved considerably during the 2 weeks in Cincinnati and did not need to have surgery, and her blueness or low oxygen levels recovered spontaneously, and she did very, very well.
As she grew older, so did her challenges. She experienced 2 unsuccessful heart ablations, and she had to take medicine to keep her heart in rhythm. Life was good until...
The cough that started in December and then we didn't know was caused from her heart being so enlarged. It was pressing back on her trachea, which was making her kind of have this gag reflex, which was the cough. The kids would get irritated with her cough. She also had a jugular vein in her neck, and it would just pound. You could see it. And the other kids just didn't understand that. And they would try to tell her, stop making your neck do that. That's really gross. Stop that, Peyton. And she would tell them, I can't help it. This is just the way I am.
I would see black spots and I felt I'm going to pass out, and I would try to run 3 laps while the other kids would run 5 laps. And I felt like I was out of shape, and I feel like the kids were like, why is she not running laps? Is she lazy? Does she not like exercising?
The day Dr. Dillon discovered that she needed surgery on her tricuspid valve because she had Epstein's anomaly was a big shock. My whole world just came crashing down. I could not believe that this was happening. And exactly a week from the first ultrasound of her heart, he decided to do another echo, and thank God Dr. Dillon decided to do that other echo, because that's when we found the blood clot.
We're able to treat her with medicines that allowed the clot to dissolve, so we were very fortunate for that. Unfortunately, there was no surgical alternative from which she would recover. That is, the tricuspid valve was functioning so poorly, and her left ventricle was functioning so poorly that the standard type of repair for this type of anomaly was not really an option for Peyton. Our recommendation is that she have a heart transplant, and that there really isn't any alternative to a heart transplant.
It was a very long drive to Cincinnati. Lisa and I talked about a lot of things in the car that most parents shouldn't have to talk about. We made some decisions in case the worst case scenario would happen, but it was a long ride home.
It was really scary at first, but it was worth it. One thing that's special about my heart, it's pink and not scaly and old and looks like an old person's heart. With my new heart, I noticed I don't have purple eggs anymore. I feel thankful for whoever donated their heart to me. I feel a lot better now. I just feel really sad for the family who lost someone, or if they're alone.
Shortly after her surgery, they really wanted to see her. And I think in their minds, they wanted to see that she was okay. We worked it out with her dad that we could Skype. So the kids went out and we used my iPad from the school to Skype. That was a big moment for them to see her wearing her, Manning jersey. I remember sitting up and doing well. Made them feel a sense of peace and calm, I think, too, that, okay, she's gonna be okay. What was really cool was after the transplant on March 18th, Peyton had her real birthday just 10 days later. So the kids were very excited because she had a birthday with her new heart and kind of a fresh start at life, and they were just as excited to have her real birthday shortly followed up.
I try not to think about what things would be like if Peyton would have not made it or if she's not in my life. I want to thank the Heart Association for saving the lives of the people I love, and without it, my sister may have never had another chance.
Thank you to the American Heart Association for taking care of my heart.
I love you, Peyton.
This is all new to me. First of all, there's a couple people I would like to say thank you to. First of all, Sybil, thank you very much. Dr. Siren and his wonderful family. My dad and my sister who are in attendance, and Dr. Terry Dillon. You guys, wonderful. I've never been to this before, and I'm having a great time. Thank you all very much. I want to say thank you for allowing me to share my family's story, Peyton's journey with you. With watching the video, it brought back some, this just happened last year, so it's still really raw and has a lot of emotion, at least for us. Without the medical advances, the money that's donated to the American Heart Association, nothing, I don't feel, could have fixed Peyton. Back in 2010, I had a heart attack. I was diagnosed with the Widowmaker, but I'm here. Thanks to the American Heart Association, the advances in stents helped us. Peyton's journey is without cause because of you. I'm asking that you open your wallets, open your hearts, and please make a donation to the American Heart Association. I thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am so happy to stand in front of you all today in the celebration of my sister's life. My sister struggled her whole life with her heart disease, but remained optimistic and strong and smiling her way through every step of her long journey. I look at her and just think to myself, how can such a little girl who had come so close to death remain so strong and joyful through this whole experience? Peyton is a miracle on feet and is inspiring to everyone she meets. I remember when me and my sister would be playing in our treehouse and having a great time just being kids. Out of the blue, she would randomly go into SBT, and I remember running to my parents so many times to tell them that Peyton needed to go to the hospital. We cannot control her heart, and we needed to take action. She had 2 unsuccessful heart ablations. Peyton was finally put on medicine to keep her heart in rhythm. We thought that things would be okay. We were wrong. We didn't realize how bad a shape her heart was in until Dr. Terrence Dillon said she was in heart failure. Days after Peyton being hospitalized in Ann Arbor, Michigan, we were told that the last resort was to get into heart transplant mode. It was so hard to take in for all of us, but Peyton still remained strong and positive. Peyton was saved as a result of the medical advancements and the knowledge of some amazing doctors. She received her new heart on March 18th, just 10 days before her birthday. It was probably the best birthday present she could have ever received. Not only was it a gift for her, it was a gift for the entire family. Peyton now has 2 birthdays, her heart transplant birthday, where she was given a second chance, and her original birthday, where we welcomed her into this world. It is my wish for all of you to open your hearts and make the donation tonight so you can write the next survivor success story. Thank you all so very much. We are so thankful and very blessed.
thank you so much for helping us ignite the magic this evening. This evening has been magical. Could not have been done without all of you. Thank you so much. And a special thank you to John and Jane Moyer for their leadership and commitment. Thank you to the Harris family for sharing their powerful story. Thank you to all of the volunteers. And especially again to all of you, thank you so much for being here this year and for your generous donations. Your attendance and support are critical to the American Heart Association's success here in Dayton. Now, if you were an Open Your Heart donor or a winner of an auction package, please stop by the auction checkout tables, which will open at 9:45. So, and again, let's give another hand to Ron Denny, our auctioneer this evening. Thank you so much to the band for supporting this event, the sounds of Rodney the Band. Don't forget we have dessert for you too. But before we end this program, we would like to announce that Dean Marjorie Bowman, Dr. Bowman of Wright State University Boonshoff School of Medicine, will be the 2014 Hardball Chair. Will you please stand, Dr. Marjorie Bowman? And thank you for your commitment. And by the way, Dr. Bowman is new there at Boonshoff School of Medicine. I think she just came to Dayton in October, I think it is. So welcome to Dayton, and thank you for your participation for next year. And to all of you again, thank you for supporting the American Heart Association. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Have a good time. Enjoy the dessert. Enjoy Rodney the Band. And we'll see you next year. Thank you for your donations.